You know, I'm not even gonna lie, it's pretty good to be behind this mic again, but hey, UG6 checking in. If you guys don't know, I've been streaming a lot, so come follow me on Twitch in the description below, UG6 Live. Follow me on Twitter for, I guess, whenever you want to contact me, that's the easiest way. And I'm usually streaming on Twitch. I don't know if I'll be streaming after this video, but I wanted to discuss Arkham Knight because there's been a lot that's been going on about this game, and I just have not voiced my opinion, and I've kept pretty quiet unless you follow me on Twitter, where I've attempted to make myself a little bit more vocal because it's easier, obviously, to give out my opinion that way. And I hope you guys also enjoyed the little car video. And one more side note that I want to address before I continue this video is the reason why you are not seeing any Arkham Knight footage is not because the PC port is complete shit for me personally, but it is solely because when I upgraded to the 980, Shadowplay wasn't working and GeForce Experience is not downloading, and OBS is not picking up the game, so I can't record with that because I'm not recording with OBS. But I'll remit into the video, so let's begin. So, was Batman Arkham Knight disappointing? But is it Watch Dogs disappointing? So I've kind of put together a few things to say on this game because honestly, I'm very mixed, but if you guys want my straight up honest opinion, I think City's better. I really do think City is the superior game compared to Arkham Knight, and I'll tell you why. So let's start off with the story and promotion. So the story of the game, obviously, I think it's the best compared to all the rest of the Batman games. Not that Origins, Asylum, or City was bad in anything. There's a reason why I still think City is my favorite, but even though it's the best and the best written and the best scripted, I truly believe that it is also the most predictable. For example, if anybody is a Batman fan and if they're playing this game and if you see the Arkham Knight speak for the first time, you're obviously going to tell yourself, hey, he sounds way too familiar and he knows everything about Batman, and you could piece things together. I think I pieced together who the Arkham Knight was after the first time he talked. I was like, okay, let's see, we have Dick Grayson in this world, Talia's dead, so there's no Damian Wayne. Got Tim Drake, yeah, I think that's his name, Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, yeah. So there's only one other person, and then Rocksteady Warner Brothers was like, this is a brand new character, so it's not going to be Jason Todd, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. So, and even my friends before that, we were all like, you know, it's going to be probably Jason Todd, and then all my friends were like, nah, it's going to be Damian Wayne or something, but I digress. So yeah, they promoted the Arkham Knight like he was a brand new character. I was kind of let down by that. Another thing about the promotion is when we first saw trailers, we saw a lot of Two-Face, Penguin, I cannot remember her name, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and we really thought that these characters would play a pivotal role in the plot overall. However, the biggest issue with this is Penguin and Two-Face. Well, Penguin has a part in the main story, but Two-Face, I mean, so does Poison Ivy, but Two-Face, Harley Quinn, and some other villains, I feel like were shoehorned into the game. But if you're talking about shoehorning characters into the plot, I really do strongly believe that Harley Quinn was shoehorned into the plot. She served one pivotal role, which really wasn't even on her, and it was pretty much the Red Hood, and how Joker, quote unquote, killed Jason Todd. But I think in the comics, they said, yeah, he killed him, and then Ra's al Ghul decided to go revive him because he felt bad for Batman, or he felt as if he owed him something. Then he revived him, and then there was just a bunch of stuff. But I'm not going to discuss the Red Hood. Just kind of my thoughts on the game. Try not to get too much into the Batman universe. So yeah, the next thing I wanted to cover was the Batmobile, and I really do believe, like GameSpot said, this is the funniest thing. I was getting so much flack for that video. Why listen to GameSpot? They're probably just spewing out their regular bias shit. They don't know shit about games. They don't play their games. Well, the Batmobile was shoved into the game. The skill curve in the game, it just curves way up. And if you are not leveling up your Batmobile, you're going to have a very frustrating time with all these battles. And then when you think it's done with the story, as if you haven't had enough throughout the story, then you have side quests with it, and it's that much worse. I never thought I'd agree with GameSpot on something as stupid sounding as too much Batmobile, but I kind of understand what Rocksteady's doing, because this is kind of the next big thing for the Arkham games. However, that doesn't mean that you need to shove it down our throats. Like when I'm just casually flying around and I call on the Batmobile, I think it's fun to drive, but when you can take that Batmobile everywhere you go, it starts to feel a little excessive and very out of place. So I did not like the Batmobile. I like it in free roam when I'm just chilling. I just want to use it at my own casual use. But in the long run, I did not enjoy how much it was forced and implemented and just kind of checked itself for validity throughout the entire campaign. I did not enjoy the Batmobile that much, or as much as I probably should have. I think some people might have, but potato. The world. Obviously, the world's fun to fly around, but compared to Arkham City, although much smaller, had a lot more content to the world, which leads me directly into my next topic: Easter eggs. What kind of Easter eggs? The Scarecrow's boat, Black Mask escape, the Hush mission. I don't know if you consider that an Easter egg. I really like that mission a lot. Killer Croc, Flying Graysons, crime scene where the Waynes died, and the list goes on and on. There's just so many Easter eggs compared to Arkham Knight. But one could argue that, hey, well, you know, it's Arkham City and then Arkham Knight's the next one, so obviously we need to paint this canvas as if the villains were here, they established what they needed to do, and then they moved on to Gotham where they would further pursue what they wanted to do. Versus if we had the Easter eggs in Arkham Knight, then it would be something like, okay, well, it wouldn't make any sense because, you know, this is the final game at the end. Spoilers, Batman, quote-unquote, dies or fakes his own death at Wayne Manor. But, I don't know. I feel like that's not a valid enough reason, but I feel like it also is. You know, no, fuck it, it's not. I don't think that's a valid reason to kind of have this empty world where you just have a bunch of villains. And I don't know if this game will be like Arkham City, where there are just Easter eggs and we just have to explore for years to find all of them until we find that really good one. And for all we know, this point could lose its validity. I don't know what all the game has. I'm not going to act like I'm just this guy that's been through the entire game. Like, oh, I have over 200 hours in this game. I know all the Easter eggs. I'm telling you from this opinion. No. There's obviously stuff that I'm sure the developers have hidden. Same thing with DLC. But for now, and for what we know, Easter eggs are not as good. And I feel like the world is not as rich and filled with content. Speaking of rich and filled with content, let's talk about side quests. Now, compared to Arkham Cities, I thought they were trash. I don't know if it's the idea that if I wanted to do Protocol Nightfall that I needed to do all these side quests and then do it, or if I don't know. I just did not enjoy the side quest. What were the worst ones for me? Pig. I thought it was kind of annoying. You fly around the city, you hear orchestral music. Yeah, you hear classical music, and then you kind of go and scan the body, rinse and repeat. The Hush mission. I was really excited for Hush's mission after seeing him in Arkham City and like, oh, I'm Bruce Wayne and stuff like that. And then you go and you realize, hey, he's just the reason why Lucius Fox stops talking to you about midway through the game. Another thing that was annoying for me, Deathstroke and how he took over the Arkham Knight's militia. Did not like that, or militia, however you want to say it. Firefly, annoying. Penguin, annoying. Diffusing Minds, annoying, because guess what? More Batmobiles if we didn't need that. Getting Jack Ryder, annoying. The Riddler stuff, I personally think it's annoying, but some people don't. So yeah, there was just a lot of annoying things that were just, I feel, just shoved into the side quest category. I thought also at first, Two-Face's Two-Face's bank robbery, I thought that was kind of fun at first. And then I realized I don't want to do this anymore. So I just kind of said fuck you to Two-Face. Next thing I wanted to cover, and I promise I'm almost done, boss battles. Never really bothered me. It annoyed a lot of people. Understandable though. The Arkham Knight tank battle, then when we went underground with the drill to fight the Arkham Knight once again, and then once he took off his mask, then we fought him one last time. And I think that's all the boss battles, and I'm pretty sure the rest were in, guess what, the Batmobile, in addition to the rest of the 85 of the fucking percent of the time you spend in that game. So yeah, boss battles, for those of you who missed them, then I'm sorry, they didn't really bother me, but I know it's a valid argument that people make. Another thing that bothered me, or that was kind of disappointing about this game, was the pre-order bonuses. I think I pre-ordered on G2A for like 35 bucks or something like that. Anyways, it's pretty early to judge this, but based on the future of this title and kind of the politics, which I'm going to go over next, I think that the Harley Quinn pre-order bonus was ass. The Red Hood DLC could have been classified as a challenge map. The Batgirl DLC looks cool, but better than all the rest, which is kind of bad, which I'm actually more excited to play as Batgirl and Tim Drake. I think that'll be fun. Also with the no Batman, and when you play as Oracle before she gets shot in the back by the Joker. But thus far, none of these can compare with Harley Quinn's Revenge. Why hasn't there been a Harley Quinn's Revenge for Arkham Knight? You could argue that, well, Batman's dead at the end of the campaign, so there's nothing to do before that. But, you know, Harley Quinn's mission to get out of Poison Ivy happened pre-Arkham Knight story, so you could argue, hey, that has some sort of validity in the story, and you could do something there. But, I don't know. I guess I'm just waiting for the big Harley Quinn's Revenge, and it could be on Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers could have been like, okay, make all this content, and then when you're almost done with it, cut off about a fourth of it, then give them that game. And yep, it's just about making money. I really wish that Warner Brothers was not publishing Rocksteady's games, because I feel like we would have had a much better version. But speaking of that, let's get on to the politics of the game and all the controversy that started if you did not have the PS4 version. PS4 version is the only working version to date. The PS4 and Xbox One versions are plagued with issues. The game was pulled off Steam. Iron Galaxy had, what, 8 weeks to work on it. Nvidia knew it was broken, but they continued to market it because Warner Brothers was probably paying them. Warner Brothers knew it was broken, but Steam decided to pull the game. Thank you, Steam, for not having this broken, shitty product on your market, especially when it's a big AAA franchise now and has a lot of hype and a lot of money behind it. So what do I think about the politics? I mean, you guys know me if you've been on this channel long enough. I think it's unacceptable. We should not have had to deal with that kind of content. This is 2015. The PC market and the PC market and the money that it has with it is a huge demographic. It's a huge demographic. There's a lot of money to be made, and I think that if you don't take care of the PC audience, and us PC audience, we know that it's not like the PS4, the Xbox One, where you have to develop and manufacture the game for one console. You have to get it optimized for a bunch of different hardware. We are all very well aware of that. But when you give us this kind of shit that's like that 30 frames per second that looks worse than the PS4 version, that's where we start to get kind of salty and butthurt. So yeah, I don't want to talk that much about the politics, because a lot of people have already discussed that, and it's kind of past the prime of its discussion point. Everybody has their own opinions on it now, and it is what it is. And the final thing I wanted to wrap up on, and I don't know if this really falls into the disappointing category, but now I'm just kind of stretching my head. What's next for Rocksteady and Warner Brothers? Are we going to see a Superman game, Iron Man, Flash, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl? I guess I'm just kind of thinking about what's next, but those are my reasons as to why I think that Arkham Knight was a disappointing game, and compared to Arkham City, which I'm probably going to go and play that game soon because I love that game, even though it looks kind of dated. I think overall what the game brings to the table is a lot better. I might not get the smooth gameplay I might not get that smooth 30 frames a second gameplay. I might not get all those combos. I might not get the Batmobile, but will I get a good world, fun side quests, a world filled with Easter eggs, and just a lot of Batman? And that's kind of what you play these games for, the Batman experience. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, that'll be a good way to have my first video back. So tell me what you guys think about this whole Batman Arkham Knight. Do you think I'm out of line in calling this game disappointing, or do you think it fulfilled the hype? And if you're on the PS4 version, are you still playing it after what are we, like a month or two after launch now? But yeah, leave your guys' opinions below. Be sure to subscribe for more Batman content, as I will be making more Batman videos. Be subscribed for just other gaming videos, anime related videos, because I will start bringing anime back to my channel. I've been saying that forever, but I'm working on a review right now for Future Diary. And yeah, that's about it. You should check it out. Be sure to comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a good one.